will never, ever forget looking at that image. Something that was inside of Blake that should never be inside any child.
I just survived something that very many people cannot survive.
There's no chemotherapy that's very effective for it. These kids have to go through surgery and then they have to go through radiation. But we have to watch him now for the rest of his life because he may have side effects from those treatments. We have to find a way to treat these kids in a way that doesn't hurt them later. Researchers that are trying to understand what's happening with brain tumors have a very limited amount of material to work with. So a tissue bank is very important as a resource that people can use. A lot of times it involves frozen specimens that are removed and discarded, but those types of specimens lose information when they go through their processing. So we decided to do something different at Dayton Children's. We've decided to make a living biobank. And essentially what this is that the tumors that we remove from children are grown in a dish so that one tumor can be propagated into 100 tumors so that it can then be shared with researchers all over the world again and again. Open access, free specimens attached to data that's linked to the clinical features and the imaging features. And this is how you're going to get a cure for brain cancer.
This was a passion of Rob's, and the more he talked about it, the more it made sense. The purpose of this is actually to allow the whole country to move forward with this by providing the tools that will expedite the work on curing cancer.
The Gala of Hope provided the seed money for the tumor tissue bank. This is not from NIH funding or a research grant. It's purely from the generosity, love, and support from the people in Dayton.
We have fantastic community support through the Gala of Hope and others that have stepped up and said this is the right thing and we should do it. And as an institution, we felt like we could accelerate the progress of this better than anybody in the country, and I believe we have.
We recently became a satellite member of the Children's Brain Tumor Tissue Consortium, which is housed at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. We have about 20 tumors that will be shipped out to them. That is a huge boost for us because just collecting them and banking them really does nothing until they get into the hands of the researchers that need them.
That consortium not only increases the depth and breadth of what he does, but they all align with what his vision was, which is we ought to be providing this to people who are doing research and not in any way restricting it from people, which can sometimes happen.
We need more understanding, and doctors like Dr. Lober are not stopping until they know and understand the cancers.
If we figure out what causes it, we can eventually stop it, and that could stop another form of cancer, which would be amazing.
What a wonderful gift to a family to say, look, we know it's the right medicine. How come? Because we've taken that very tumor from your child's body and we've exposed it to this medicine and we know it works.
It creates a sense of comfort that even though Blake went through surgery and he had the tumor removed, that it's not stopping, that we're gaining understanding of it to prevent childhood cancer and brain tumors. And the research bank helps discount the fear and the uncertainty that we've went through and helps create hope for a whole bunch of families.
The tissue bank is going to bring us together with collaborators at the national and international stage to find a cure for brain cancer. A year or so ago, nothing like that existed. These donations have helped us to get there. We're there.
I really thank those people because they're basically buying the new technology to research this tumor and to figure out how we can prevent it.